Bellingham is finally back training with the Real Madrid first team. Now, it isn't full training. He's only partaking in little bits of training sessions, so he's not there for the full session. And I know it's still about a month or so before he returns. Real Madrid are being very, very cautious with him, and they don't want to rush him back. But because he's back in the training sessions with the first team, it's got me a bit excited because I miss Jude and I want to watch Jude play. So today I want to go through what the Real Madrid team will look like once Jude is back. Because once Jude is back, there's no doubt in my mind, and it's not like this is a difficult thing. I'm pretty sure everyone knows this. As soon as Bellingham is back, Jude Bellingham is going straight into the starting 11 and the team will adjust. So what I want to do today is have a look at how the team might set up once Bellingham is back. Now, there are two ways I think the team might set up, and this is the first. This right here is the first. The player I think is getting dropped is Franco Mastantuono, and I think we are going into a 4-1-2-1-2. This is similar to what we played at the Club World Cup. Obviously, they can alternate. So, for example, Arda Guler could easily be on the right, Jude could be on the left, and Fede could be the most advanced player. There were times at the Club World Cup where we were in fact set up like this. It was Arda on the right, Jude on the left, and then Fede up top. It was actually even like this as well. There was moments in the Club World Cup where we had Jude on the right, Arda on the left, and Fede as the most advanced. So these three can alternate and they can pretty much move left, right, or centre. Arda can play up here as well. We could easily do this. If I swap these two around, we could easily do this with Arda being the most advanced, Fede on the right, Jude on the left. So these three can all play in any one of these three positions. I think the only one that's not really going to be moving is Tchouaméni, who's going to have his holding position. But to be fair, even this could happen. Tchouaméni is a very, very good box-to-box. Fede can do the holding role, so this can also happen. But the one I see as most likely happening, or at least the one I feel like we're going to be starting in and spending a lot of our time in, is this one, where Arda's on the left, Fede's on the right, and Bellingham's in the middle. Fede has been doing this right centre mid, right winger, up and down the flank, supporting the fullback, supporting the attack role for Real Madrid for the past 4 or 5 years. It's just what he does. Whether he starts up there and you have Cruz, Casemiro and Modric along the middle, or whether he starts in the central midfield and you have Rodrigo up there, he's always kind of doing this role. That is nothing new. Arda, on the other hand, he is kind of new because he was never a central midfielder before, but he's also kind of adopted a similar role. He's also here kind of up and down the left flank, helping Vinny, getting involved in the attack and kind of just drifting left and right. So I kind of feel like this is what we're going to be seeing most of. And then Bellingham, obviously the first season at Real Madrid where he was phenomenal, this is the position he had. So if it works and if he can do even a little bit of what he was doing in that first season, then why not put him back here? The rest of the team, there's not really much else to talk about. The defence won't really change. They'll keep doing what they were doing. And Vinny and Mbappe won't really change. Vinny might just become a little more central, but that just depends on the opponent and how the game plan is looking for them and where the space is on the pitch. Because at the Club World Cup, there was a moment in the game where Real Madrid were playing exactly like this. 2 strikers, but I think they were playing 5 back. But they did have 2 strikers. But then Xabi Alonso noticed there was a lot of space out wide. So he literally told Vinny, go out wide. And then the formation literally became like this. It was Vinny out wide, 1 striker, and everyone else was still doing their thing. So things can change a little bit with the strikers, but I don't think it'll be anything too dramatic. The midfield is where I think the biggest change will happen. The defence, like I said, I don't see nothing changing there. The other way I see this team maybe setting up is in the 4-2-3-1. With Vinny out wide on the left where he wants to be. Mbappe up top doing what he's been doing since he's been at Real Madrid. Fede on the right wing. And Arda Guler and Tchouaméni in the holding. Now, I could very easily do this and put Arda Guler on the right wing where he's played a lot of his career, where he was playing for Real Madrid before this season. But Xabi Alonso has been very, very clear. And Arda's appreciation and understanding and love for this central midfield position has been very, very clear. And Fede's work rate and willingness and ability to just get all over the pitch is very, very clear. So I just feel like you don't move Arda. Arda don't move. Arda is a central midfielder and that is where he will play with Xabi Alonso as long as Xabi Alonso is manager of this team. So I don't think you change Arda Guler. I think you just turn him into a deep lying playmaker and he just fits right here next to Tchouaméni in front of the defence, becoming the link between the defence and midfield, and Fede does the yards and the work on the right while also kind of dropping in. But the thing is, with both the 4-1-2-1-2 and the 4-2-3-1, they're not like rigid. They're not formations they're stuck to. So just because this is how we will start out, it doesn't mean this is how we're going to play the whole game. This could easily evolve back into a 4-1-2-1-2, easily. Just as it could easily become a 4-3-3. And become like this, like it was at a Club World Cup. So a lot of things can happen and a lot of changes can happen with the team. But of the two formations, I do think that this is the one that Real Madrid will mainly positionally occupy. I think Arda will occupy the left centre mid. I think Tchouaméni will occupy the CDM. Fede will do the right centre mid. And Jude Bellingham would be the offensive midfielder who, of course, will drop back. Jude is an animal and a machine and an athlete. And he has more than enough fitness to do up and down both sides. But it will provide him the opportunity to make those darting late runs into the box and behind the defence like he's been doing since he's been at Real Madrid. But anyway, I'm going to call the video there. I am, like I said, very, very excited for when Jude returns because I do think it will just take our whole team up another level. But I'm going to call the video there. Thanks for watching and peace.